Okay, today is May 15th, 2021. Okay, current physique update. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Transformation Update Week 18. My last weigh-in was 271 last week, where I gained about 0.6 pounds, I believe. And this week I am 267.4, so I'm down 3.6 pounds. Total weight loss over this journey has been 62 pounds, 4 ounces. Definitely satisfied with that. I think I could do better if I was entirely strict, but that's not the point of this journey. The journey is to find something sustainable that I can do long term, and I think that's where I've always failed at dieting, is that I've picked things that I can't adhere to long term. You know, I do really well, I get good results, and then I end up falling off the wagon huge. So this started out with me eating 6 days a week, keto carnivore, and then having Saturdays as my free day of eating, and that's been a successful thing for me. But I've been getting really comfortable with making Saturdays and Sundays free days. I eat whatever I want on Sundays, but I keep my calorie count reasonable. It's Saturdays where I eat all the good foods, and I have craft beers and stuff. Sundays I may have a little beer and some foods that I shouldn't have, but Saturday is definitely the day where I really get it in. But anyway, I want to stop that. I was doing really well not doing it, and I think my progress slowing down could have something to do with that. Even though I keep my calories moderate on Sunday, I'm still, eating a lot of carbohydrates, eating high sodium foods, retaining a lot of water. So by the end of the weekend, it's not uncommon for me to put on 12 pounds, 15 pounds. And that makes like my Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes even Wednesday kind of a bear, because I'm heavier. Things are all of a sudden like a little harder to do, and I'm shedding all this water weight. So there's nothing fun about that. And so I think what I'm going to do is cut out the Sundays. This week I've already disclaimer, I'm already planning to have some fun today, Saturday, and tomorrow on Sunday, the day that you're going to be seeing this video. So at the end of the day, this is going to be kind of like rolling into next week. So yeah, we're going to go back to the roots of the program, which was 6 days adhering to the diet, 1 day of having fun, and I'm going to continue to tone the fun day down to something that's definitely more reasonable. Like today, I've got fried catfish, fried shrimp, cornbread casserole, red beans and rice. Like I've pretty much got like all the comfort foods in the world that you would want to eat already planned. So chances are what's going to happen, and I've mentioned this in other videos, is I plan all these meals and all these foods, and then I don't get to them, and I get like anxious about that. I start feeling like, oh man, I have to wait a week now, and I wait. During the week, I have had very few episodes of cheating during the week on my diet, but I feel like I plan more food than I can eat in a day, and I think that's what's kind of led me to having Saturdays and Sundays as free days, even though Sunday is definitely a milder version of Saturday. But anyway, back to the point is I'm going to go back to doing 6 days strict, 1 day of free eating, and the day of free eating is going to get kind of toned back. I'm going to try to make some better decisions. There's a lot of local restaurants and things that I'd like to try out. And there are some healthy options. I'd like to, now that things are starting to open back up around here, I would like to utilize a Saturday for like a all-you-can-eat sushi or something like that, which is kind of the motivation to do this free day of eating anyways, so that I don't have to sacrifice, having some beer, having sushi, having pasta, pizza. The problem is I've really utilized my free day of eating as more of just a massive cheat day. And then another change, my current schedule is like in such a way now that I can eat earlier on. Like, I guess I have more of a set schedule kind of like during the week, Monday through Friday, and I'm going to utilize that to my advantage. So I'm going to start eating my food earlier in the day. I think because I'm still insulin resistant or showing signs of being insulin resistant, I want to get my meals in as early as possible. So I'm going to try to do my resistance band training in the morning, followed by an early meal, like around maybe 8:30, something like that, and then maybe like 11 o'clock, make that my lunch, kind of a 2 meal deal. 2 meals seems to work really well for me. It's, I stay satisfied, and being done eating by 11 o'clock, I think is going to help me in the long run. It'll give me a bigger fasting window, which will help with insulin resistance. And then I'm going to do my walking at night. So this past week, or the weekend we're currently in, I've done extremely well. I've done 4 days of resistance band training, and I've walked 2.2 miles a day. So this week I've done 6 days of walking for whatever that comes to, like 11.4 miles or something like that. So this is the most exercise I've done since I've started this by a long shot. I'm going to try really hard to make the walking a 7-day-a-week thing, and the band training, I'd like to get up to where I'm doing it 6 days a week. But right now I'm doing it 4. So anyway, that's really all I have for you this week. Food stuff is all staying the same. I am posting, I think today, or Sunday, the day that you see this, will be another video posted of what a day of eating looks like for me. It is actually a 2-meal day. More recently, I've been doing like a bigger window, 8 hours of eating, 4 smaller meals. And 2 meals just seems to be a sweet spot for me. So I'm going to, like I said, go forward with that. Just going to try to move my meals earlier into the day, at least Monday through Friday. And then, so the day of eating will give you guys kind of a rough idea. Since making that video last week, beef prices have gone up even more. So now, like the flank steak that I mentioned in the video, that was like $5.99, then 6 something, then 7 something. It's now $9.99. So I'm going to start looking into ways to maybe grind my own lean ground beef and do burgers instead of steaks, just because I don't like the idea of not necessarily overpaying, but all this inflation on food costs, I don't want to support it by buying it. So I'd rather not buy the things and hope that everybody else does the same thing and it drives the costs back down. That would be my plan. So I'm going to try to stick with the leanest cuts of meat I can find, like eye of round or something like that. Trim all the fat off of it, and that's already a super lean, probably one of the leanest roasts that you can buy, and I'll run that through a meat grinder and make really lean burgers out of it. So that may be my beef meal of choice going forward next week. I'm not sure. As of right now, all I have is fish and chicken on deck for next week. So I may make a Costco run tomorrow and see about getting an eye of round and grinding it. So we'll just have to see how that goes. If not, maybe next week will just be a fish and chicken week, which wouldn't be bad. That's super lean. So anyway, guys, video's getting long and I'm just rambling on. If you guys have questions, ask in the comments. I'll get back to everybody, and I'll see you next week. Take care.